The series commences several decades ago with a chilling ritual enacted by high school boys, a group of footballers donning eerie masks performing the act in an abandoned location. The narrative transitions to the present, where Maya grapples with profound grief after losing her husband Joe in a robbery. This sorrow is compounded by the recent loss of her sister in a tragic incident a few months prior. As the wounds from these distressing events persist, Joe's mother recommends counseling, a suggestion met with Maya's disagreement. Instead, a friend offers solace and presents her with a digital photo frame containing a mini webcam. Considering Maya's demanding schedule in the combat forces, her primary concern revolves around her daughter Lily. Consequently, she places the photo frame in Lily's playroom. Maya, who spends most of her time with her nanny, hesitates to suspect her, given the nanny's long-standing tenure with the Burkett family. Despite Maya's reluctance, her friend insists on placing the frame in the playroom. While Maya joins a new job in a few days, her friends suggest a weekend hangout. Despite their concerns, Maya reassures them and later makes an astounding discovery in the webcam recording, footage of Joe cuddling with his daughter in her house. Furthermore, she notices Joe's green shirt and shoes missing from the cupboard. When she questions Lily and the nanny about Joe, they vehemently deny ever seeing him. In a shocking turn of events, the nanny attacks Maya with pepper spray, seizing the SD card with the incriminating footage before disappearing. Joe's mother, alarmed by these developments, hires a detective to investigate Joe's death. The detective questions Maya about the night of the robbery and is intrigued when he hears the name of the gun used. Maya, recognizing the gun, reveals that she was assigned the same type during her time in the army, though hers is now deactivated. The detective confiscates the gun and sends it for review. Maya also shares information about the nanny cam footage and the nanny's false statements. However, the detective dismisses her claims as delusional, attributing them to her grief. Unfortunately, his car crashes due to a sudden cat jumping in front of the bonnet. Suspected of having a drinking history, he is assigned an annoying assistant to help with the case. Upon reaching the crime scene for investigation, they uncover no evidence despite having received results indicating that Claire and Maya's husband were killed with the same gun. Simultaneously, Maya intensifies her search for the nanny, aiming to retrieve the crucial SD card. She also visits Claire's children and her husband, despite the latter harboring disdain for her. Determined to acquire information about the nanny, he approaches her before she can disappear once again. However, she manages to escape, leaving Maya frustrated. Meanwhile, investigators begin suspecting an affair between Joe and Claire, fueled by their shared workplace. In contrast, Maya maintains faith in their loyalty. Intrigued, Claire's children delve into their mother's belongings and discover an old camera. Deciding to explore its contents, they seek out the images within. Maya contacts her friend for insights into Claire's daily life, given their close relationship. Her friend reveals the existence of a secret phone, hinting at a possible affair. Undeterred, Maya breaks into the house, locates the phone, and confronts Claire's husband. Despite his attempt to wrest the phone away, he insists she leave the investigation to the hired detective, acknowledging his awareness of his wife's clandestine dealings. Maya, undaunted, secures the phone, leaving him visibly perturbed. The hired investigator discusses the nanny's interview, asserting her status as a family member. However, he labels Maya as psychotic, dismissing her accusations of Joe's supposed affair. She perceives him as being too good for her, having consistently admired her, though she has never truly valued his love. While exploring her sister's concealed phone, Maya discovers the contact number of a gaming club and 16 call records. Despite finding nothing suspicious at the club, she becomes increasingly aware of a car tailing her, even at Lily's nursery. Concerned, she confides in a colleague who warns her to stay vigilant due to the presence of two gangsters. Simultaneously, the investigator, who is falling ill day by day, dismisses his symptoms and insists his wife drive due to dizziness. Maya reaches a critical point in her investigation. The will reading ceremony for Joe is postponed due to the absence of an official death certificate. However, Maya is taken aback during the visit as Joe's sister unveils her secret visions about Joe's deceased brother. She asserts that Joe might still be alive, emphasizing that nobody witnessed his dead body except his mother. This revelation adds another layer to Maya's confusion, given the visions of Joe captured by the digital frame's secret camera. Moreover, Joe's sister discloses family secrets, including the existence of a secret bank account tied to the Burkitt empire. Large sums are regularly sent to the detective and others on the 10th of every month. This revelation hints at potentially significant developments. Meanwhile, Claire's children eagerly anticipate their mother's old pictures but are shocked to discover images of her pregnant in 2003 alongside an anonymous man. Determined to seek answers, Maya considers discussing the matter of Joe's dead body with his mother. However, Joe's third brother intervenes, silencing her inquiries. Asked to leave and seek assistance, Claire's children continue their investigation. They discover details in the pictures, recognizing a boy named Frank, now the Bimble's CEO. Frank, a Frenchman, used to write notes in French to their mother. Recently, they notice French notes with yellow flowers on Claire's grave, likely from Frank. Deciding to keep this information from their father and the police, they choose to handle it discreetly. Maya observes that the calls from Claire's phone were made before the gaming club's opening hours. This suggests Claire was with someone who had access before regular hours. Upon investigating the club, she spots the same red car that had been tailing her. Placing a sensor near its tire, she persuades a colleague to monitor the tracker, only to discover it suddenly disappears. The mystery deepens. Maya, aboard a helicopter, tracks the red car's last location and finds herself face to face with the gangster she was warned about. Taken to a room, the gangster discloses that her sister, Claire, had been in contact with him. He harbored feelings for her and assisted Claire in obtaining classified details about Burkitt's empire. Claire's demise resulted from her opposition to Burkitt's activities, and Joe met a similar fate due to their collaboration on a shared project. The mysterious figure known as Darkman, whom Maya is eager to meet, remains elusive. Despite the Burkitt family sending him substantial funds, Maya struggles to locate Darkman. However, she notices a car associated with the sailing crew near his residence. Meanwhile, Claire's children seek to meet Frank, who advises them to visit his flat later in the evening. Determined to unravel the truth, Maya requests her colleague to keep an eye out for Darkman. Undeterred by potential neurological disorders, she persists in her quest for answers. The detective intensifies efforts on Joe's case, delving into details about one of the bikers. Meanwhile, Maya's niece locates Frank's apartment and instructs her brother to wait outside. Joe's sister makes a surprising discovery: Joe's green shirt, featured in the camera's video, hanging in their mother's room. Maya's nights are haunted by nightmares from her past, and one night, she finds Lily crying in the hall instead of her bed. To her surprise, Maya's colleague is there, blaming her for the incident. However, he has a more significant revelation. The Dark Man was the captain of the same ship from which Joe's brother had committed suicide. The plot thickens with this unexpected connection. The Burkitt family insists on portraying Joe's demise as murder, refusing access to his dead body. As Maya delves deeper, the plot becomes more convoluted, pushing her to seek answers. Her colleague suggests seeking help and overlooking certain details, but Claire's daughter discovers Frank, who claims a past relationship with her mother 20 years ago, unaware of Claire's pregnancy in 2003. The detective tracks down the biker, revealed to be Claire's daughter's football coach. He explains the bike was stolen a month ago, left unreported due to cost considerations. The twists in the story multiply, building suspense. However, the detective's deteriorating health becomes evident. his car crash was due to a neurological condition, not a cat. Maya attempts to arrange psychological sessions but is interrupted by a call from the Darkman's wife. She discloses that her husband was receiving significant bribes from Burkitt's empire each month, yet the motive remains unclear. The detective, in the throes of his condition, is eventually rescued by his assistant. The mysteries deepen, leaving the audience with more questions than answers. Maya confronts the gangster, discussing the secret audio tape that remains unreleased to army authorities. Surprisingly, the tape conceals truths about Maya's past, but the gangster believes her dismissal from the army and the loss of her dream job were sufficient punishment, refraining from releasing the tape. Additionally, he discloses that Claire had struck a deal with him regarding the tape, adding another layer to Maya's grief as she learns her sister sacrificed her life to protect her truth. The search for the elusive Darkman becomes more urgent as he has been missing for months. Meanwhile, Claire's children stumble upon their stepbrother's DNA report, prompting them to inform Maya. However, she is already aware of it. Strangely, someone anonymously places a tracker on Maya's car. Her friend reveals that nanny cameras can be hacked, as her divorced husband is using it to blackmail her, introducing another layer of complexity to Maya's challenges. Maya suspects someone else uploaded Joe's footage to the camera, but after thorough rechecking, no camera was hacked. The detective conceals his illness from his pregnant wife, focusing on the crucial task of unraveling Claire's husband's lie. They discover he was elsewhere on the night of Joe's murder. Despite the truth emerging, suspicions persist. Claire's daughter meets her stepbrother but advises him to stay away from his younger brother. Maya visits Joe's mother and learns about Joe's school. She discovers that Claire visited the school, learning about Joe's friend Theo. Shockingly, Theo died 25 years ago. Maya meets Theo's mom, confirming the friendship between Joe, his brother, and Theo. Claire's husband informs her former lover Frank about their son. Maya learns from the gangster that Burkitt's empire is causing numerous deaths with defective medicines, silencing people with bribes. Claire knew about this and was murdered. They find clues about the Darkman and discover his frozen dead body in a shutter. The detective accuses Maya of murder, leading to revelations about his bribes from Burkitt's empire. Maya confides in him about the cause of Claire's murder. Claire's family welcomes their third brother, but the detective suspects Maya is lying. They discover the gangster hiding the Darkman's body in Maya's car. She leads them to the gangster's place, uncovering a plot to involve her in the murder. Maya embarks on another mission to find Swain, Joe's school friend. All computers in the detective's office are hacked. Swain reveals Joe's sinister acts, including killing Theo and his own brother. Maya meets the detective, who finally confiscates the gangster. She reveals a painful truth about lying during their army days, ordering civilian deaths. The gangster was blackmailing Claire with the same audio from the helicopter. The complex web of secrets and revelations deepens the suspense in the unfolding story. The detective investigates the gangster, uncovering Burkitt's pharmaceutical scams. He realizes he has been taking medicines from the same company, leading to hallucinations. The gangster reveals that the Dark Man was involved in the crime, prompting him to kill him. Maya tracks the nanny's car tracker and discovers it moving. The detective learns about the biker but is unable to discover the cause of death before he jumps off a building, fired due to severe illness. Maya takes matters into her own hands, hijacking the nanny and her partner, threatening them with Joe's clothes and a gun to force the truth to emerge. The story intensifies as the characters confront the dark secrets and crimes surrounding them. The revelation unfolds as Maya confronts Joe's mother, who orchestrated the elaborate scheme to expose the hidden truths. Mrs. Burkitt believed Maya posed a danger to Joe and orchestrated the charade to force her involvement, suspecting Maya was withholding secrets about Joe's death. Claire's husband sends Maya's colleague, expressing concern for her safety, and the colleague demands the complete truth. Maya, suspecting Joe was hiding something, reveals the shocking twist. She killed Joe for murdering Claire, uncovering his involvement in Burkett's scams. She masterfully manipulates the investigation, replacing the murder weapon and orchestrating a fake robbery. The detective, deceived by Maya's intricate plan, mistakenly believes she killed Joe. Maya welcomes Joe's family into a dark room, forcing them to confess their lies and Joe's crimes. She compels Mrs. Burkett to admit to pharmaceutical scams and Joe's murders. Mrs. Burkett proposes a pact to shift blame to Joe, but Joe's third brother seizes the opportunity, shooting her dead. The final act involves Maya setting up a webcam in the digital frame, broadcasting the confession to the world via news channels, an unprecedented revelation. 18 years later, Lily gives birth to a baby girl, honoring her mother's legacy by naming her Maya. The story concludes with Maya's sacrifice to unveil Burkett's dark truths, leaving a lasting impact on the world. Maya tracks the nanny's car tracker and discovers it moving. The detective learns about the biker but is unable to discover the cause of death before he jumps off a building, fired due to severe illness. Maya takes matters into her own hands, hijacking the nanny and her partner, threatening them with Joe's clothes and a gun to force the truth to emerge. The story intensifies as the characters confront the dark secrets and crimes surrounding them. The revelation unfolds as Maya confronts Joe's mother, who orchestrated the elaborate scheme to expose the hidden truths. Mrs. Burkett believed Maya posed a danger to Joe and orchestrated the charade to force her involvement, suspecting Maya was withholding secrets about Joe's death. Claire's husband sends Maya's colleague, expressing concern for her safety, and the colleague demands the complete truth. Maya, suspecting Joe was hiding something, reveals the shocking twist. She killed Joe for murdering Claire, uncovering his involvement in Burkett's scams. She masterfully manipulates the investigation, replacing the murder weapon and orchestrating a fake robbery. The detective, deceived by Maya's intricate plan, mistakenly believes she killed Joe. Maya welcomes Joe's family into a dark room, forcing them to confess their lies and Joe's crimes. She compels Mrs. Burkett to admit to pharmaceutical scams and Joe's murders. Mrs. Burkett proposes a pact to shift blame to Joe, but Joe's third brother seizes the opportunity, shooting her dead. The final act involves Maya setting up a webcam in the digital frame, broadcasting the confession to the world via news channels, an unprecedented revelation. 18 years later, Lily gives birth to a baby girl, honoring her mother's legacy by naming her Maya. The story concludes with Maya's sacrifice to unveil Burkett's dark truths, leaving a lasting impact on the world.